Hey, what's up, coach? Welcome back. Today is episode 223. The title is Snipping and Snapping Bad Clients. And this is a very straightforward episode. And I will tell you, I used to be very mentally weak in regards to what I'm about to talk about. All right. And before we dive into the episode, make sure if you are brand new to the podcast, make sure you subscribe to this. This way you stay up to date with every episode. And feel free to share these messages on social media, share these messages with other coaches. I want to get these messages out in front of as many coaches as humanly possible because I want to help millions of kids. The way I can help millions of kids is by helping lots of coaches out there so they can grow their business, so they can help more kids. All right, so do us a favor, leave us a review, share it on social media, tape it to your forehead. I don't give a crap what you do. Just help us out. All right. Like I said, the title is Snipping and Snapping Bad Clients. And what I'm referring to here is the ability to cut clients that are bad. They're bad seeds. All right. These are clients that are not dependable. These are clients that are not committed. These are clients that give you a headache when you drive out to the park or you drive out to the courts. And this is the reality, right? I've had a lot of bad clients. And not going to name any names on here because I know there's some parents of kids that I train that listen to this podcast. And those parents who listen, their kids obviously are not bad clients of mine. But I've seen my fair share. And I would say there was a long period of time where I would just put up with bad clients. I would let them do whatever. And I never took a stand. And it all changed on one day, all right? And I will never forget this. I've told a couple people this story. There's a couple coaches who've come to San Antonio to meet with me personally at my office, and I've told everyone this story because it helps them navigate when they get to a situation with a bad client on what to do. And I want to share this now. So back in the day, this was several years ago, I used to run these $35 clinics. And on my newsletter, what I did was I would send out a newsletter to all the parents. And everyone on my newsletter would see that, all right, well, Ben's going to have his clinic on this day, and here's the registration link. So I had all the parents, they were required to pay online, right? And that's what I thought. I thought everyone was going to pay online. And everybody did that except for one. And what would happen was, as I was about to start my session, there's this kid, he would literally be dropped off and his dad would leave. His dad would leave the park and his son, he'd run out to where I was. And it happened on the first $35 clinic I was doing. And I was like, oh, well, his dad didn't pay, but I was too nice. And I let this kid train with us for that hour. And I remember after the session, I told the boy, I said, hey, when your dad gets here, can you have him come out and talk to me? Because I want to make sure, he registers for today's session. He didn't register. And it was a super uncomfortable conversation because I'm here telling this like 10-year-old that his dad owes me money. And this kid doesn't know. He's thinking that he's registered for this clinic and he's like ready to go. And I like this kid, right? This kid, he was a great kid. He wasn't just some random kid. I used to train him before. And what happened was, his dad showed up to the park to pick his son up, and they just left. And then I called the dad and I told him, I was like, hey, when you have a second, can you go online and register? And here's the link. And he was like, yeah, for sure, I'll take care of it. And then he never did. And then the next time we had a clinic, which was the following week, the same thing happened again. Same exact thing. He dropped his kid off. He left. His kid came, and I was too nice. I did not want to turn away this kid because I was thinking, all right, well, now his dad's going to pay me for 2 sessions. At this point, they owe me $70. All right. It's not life-changing money, but $70 is $70. I'd rather have $70 than not have $70. Right. And same thing happened though. It's like we got done with the session. I was too nice. I let him train, and daddy picked them up. They left. Did the same thing. I called him. This time he didn't respond. And what I should have done, like a normal, smart human being, is I should have just taken them off my email newsletter, so they don't see when my upcoming clinics are. And I should have called the dad and gotten him on the phone and told him that he needs to pay me before they see me again. And I should have told him that, if you do this again, I'm going to make your son sit out. But again, back then, Ben 1.0 was a little snowflake. I was too scared to rub people the wrong way. I let my business be run by parents. That's how soft I was. And this happened, I am not lying, this happened probably 5 more times. All right, so we take $35 times 5, right? And at that point, I hit a breaking point, and I was like, all right, I have to sack up here, and I need to cut this client. And I did that by calling the dad, and I just said, you guys are not welcome to come anymore. Like, even if you pay online and you pay the amount that you owe, you guys are not welcome to come back, because I knew this guy was dominating my business. And after that happened, it was like a light bulb went off. I looked at all the kids that I was training, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of kids. Like, when I go out and train them at the park, I get this headache. I get this raging headache that doesn't go away because I know they don't want to be here. So then I just went through and I started snipping and snapping bad clients left and right. And I started to set standards for my company. And now I weed out anyone who's like that before they ever join my program. And I have many different ways of doing that. And coaches who are in a mastermind, they get all that information and they understand how to cut bad clients. But I want you to think about this. I can guarantee you, if you are training more than 10 kids right now, there's one that and you're probably thinking of this kid right now. There's one that should not be there. And are you going to let them stay in your program, or are you going to cut them? Because I can guarantee you, if there's one bad kid out there, there's 10 other good kids that could be in your program instead of him or her. All right, so take that to heart today. All right, I really want you to implement this. And you got to learn how to sack up and start getting rid of bad seeds, because one bad seed will ruin your entire day. It will ruin your week. It will ruin your month. It'll ruin a year. And don't let that happen. That's it for today's podcast, guys. If you want to learn how to take your business to the next level, I have 3 different ways I can help you. Option 1 is our one-on-one consulting program. Option 2 is our group mastermind. Option 3 is our group workshops. It's a live workshop in person where you and I and a small select group of coaches hang out, and we talk about how to get to the $100,000 per year or more level with your business. And that's in Texas. I have these workshops twice in 2020. Our first workshop already sold out. If you want to learn about that, go to our website and click on live workshops. And if you want to learn about our mastermind or our individual consulting, just go to the mastermind button at the top of the homepage. That's it, guys. I'll see you later.